Welcome to EMG Day 12. My name is AT Romeo, and I'm going to be with you from now till the end of the month as we discover and we explore the makings of an all-rounded and well-grounded entrepreneur. Today, manage failure effectively. Not just failure. As a leader, as an entrepreneur, there are days when you just have some frustration. Maybe a deal was lost or something. But there is something wrong, there is some kind of a failure, or there's some kind of frustration that you have to deal with. How do you manage failure and frustration? Are you the kind of leader that internalizes stuff and would lash out? Are you the kind of leader that will compromise certain things to make your team happy? Are you the kind of leader that cannot approach things from a clear perspective head on? Are you a leader that will have an internal combustion because something has gone out of order? What kind of leader are you? What kind of entrepreneur are you? Number one, whenever there's a failure or when there's when there's frustration in the system, whenever there is something that has gone wrong in the system, people are looking up to you for leadership. They are looking up to you to take some level of responsibility. Granted, you have hired people to do certain things, you've paid them, you're giving them responsibilities to do things, but the bottom line is the box stops with you. Everything rises and falls on leadership. So when something goes wrong, the first person to take responsibility may not necessarily be the person who is directly involved in the process. It has to be the leadership, the manager, the boss, the entrepreneur. He takes the responsibility. But what he does with that is what matters. Call the team together and break down the processes, break down the step one, what happened, what was said, what was done, and why we got to the place where we are. And then I begin to extract information from each of these steps and begin to deal with them without blaming anybody. I do that without shifting responsibility from myself to somebody else. I'm able to do it in such a way that it becomes more constructive, even when or if I want to criticize. It is constructive. And the aim of it, the essence of it, is to develop a better process or develop a better staff or create a system whereby next time such a thing never happens again. However, whomever it is that is directly responsible for whatever it is, whether it's a failure or a frustration, you deal with that person from a place of respect. So we will have a frank conversation, but I can also guarantee that we will come out of that conversation with our relationship stronger. So it doesn't happen a second or a third time. You deal with the issue and not the individual. If we're building teams that will last long and will do exceptionally well, we have to be able to effectively manage failure and frustration.